Welcome back to Tech Nuggets. This is part 3 of Cloud Computing Explained video series. In this video, I will explain different types of cloud deployments. Before I get into today's video, quick channel analytics. This channel is getting very good amount of views. Thank you viewers. However, the percentage of subscriber in the views are very low. If you are watching this channel first time or not a subscriber, please scroll down and hit the subscribe button now and follow me on Twitter. Okay? You would have heard of terms like public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. Yes. In this video, I'm going to explain all of these terms and use cases. Let's get into today's video. Public cloud. What is public cloud? The computing services offered over the public internet and available to general public that may be free or sold on demand. And importantly, the customer pay only what they use. That's a quite important point, right? Because it's not that there is no flat charge or anything. Whatever they use, what they consume, that's what they're going to pay for it. So what are the use cases? General web hosting. For example, I wanted to enhance my web hosting on the cloud rather than my on-prem data center. And also I'll have a disaster recovery, maybe failover site, I can host it on the cloud. So if something goes wrong with my data center, it will be failed over to cloud. And on-demand scalability. For example, my data center lacks or limits the scalability. I'll get onto public cloud for the scalability and cheaper development and testing environment. That's quite good with public cloud. Okay. Private cloud. The computing services offered either over internet or the private internal network and only to select users instead of general public. It's very important. It is not for everyone's use. It's only selected audience or selected users. Also called an internal or corporate cloud because it's specific to a individual or a specific to target audience. That is why it's called as a private cloud. It is not meant for public consumption. So what are the typical use cases? The important thing is control. Okay, that's a governance. Who can access what? And other thing is a confidential. For example, some of the data it's a confidential which is never wanted to be shared or never wanted to touch on the public cloud. So that is one of the major use case to go with private cloud. And who uses government, corporate, and sometimes it may be hardware and software specific because it's a custom made hardware software specific cloud that is meant for a corporate requirement or maybe a government requirement. Okay. Next one is hybrid cloud. What is hybrid cloud? It's a computing environment that combines an on-premises data center with a public or private cloud, allowing data and application to be shared between them. This configuration also called multi-cloud. What I mean to say is I have a data center, some portion of data it's running on on-prem. However, I wanted to extend that. I wanted to share some of the data or maybe an application either over a public cloud or a private cloud. That is what it's called hybrid cloud. Sometimes it's called multi-cloud. So what are the typical use case? Again, it's governance and confidential because still I am holding the control with on-premise. So only some portion goes to cloud. And the major use case of this hybrid cloud is extending my on-prem cloud for agility and scalability. And also you can add sometime it's a backup, a DR, Um, so other use cases also fall in with cloud as per the cloud use cases. That's about hybrid cloud. The next one, that's the last one, not the least. It's a community cloud. What exactly community cloud? Is a computing environment which is shared by multiple organizations based on a common operational and regulatory requirements. Each organization will be like a tenant in the community cloud. For example, the community cloud is like a multi-tenant environment. On that, every organization is a each they will be individual tenant on the common community cloud. However, the common community cloud will share common operational and regulatory requirement. That's very important. It is like you can say private version of hybrid cloud. So what are the typical use cases? First thing, cost effective, because you share your common environment, computing environment you. And also the second use case is regulatory compliance. For example, you have a specific industry specific regulatory compliance you want, so you will better you choose on the particular community. Maybe it can be a pharma with the HIPAA and or other regulatory compliance which comes into picture. And the other one is industry based security requirement. Again, it is also on the community one of the requirement, because it's a security requirement and regulatory requirement and cost effective. These are the major common business drives on the use cases for community cloud. Okay, so this is about the types of cloud deployment. Thank you for your time. We'll see you in the next video.